Hey, I'm Casey Brown. I'm from New Zealand originally, and I live in Canada at the moment. I come to visit every summer down here in New Zealand, and it's great to come home. I was planning to head back to Canada after Crankworx, and then I got a call that Tourism Wanaka and NZ Mountain Biker magazine wanted to do a little project down here. So avoid a little bit more winter and come to Wanaka and check it out and kind of see the tourist side of it. It's pretty cool. I mean, I went to school in Hawea and went to school at Mount Aspiring College when I was a kid, so definitely doesn't feel like I'm a proper tourist. So the project for Wanaka was a day at Cardrona, which is where I learned how to snowboard when I was a kid. So it's cool to go back there. Now they have a mountain bike park.
In the last few years, we've been brought by a company called Real Journeys, and Real Journeys are fantastic because they're a New Zealand-owned company. It's a family that's based in this region, and the CEO at the time was like, we've got to utilise the resources that are here, and we need to get more people up here in summer because it's a beautiful place in summer. They need to see the view. You've already got the chairlifts, you've already got the cafeteria. Come on guys, you've got to do more. And of course, a whole bunch of us were already involved in mountain biking. You know, we didn't have to get told twice. We were into it and immediately started building the bike trails and developing the bike park. And you know, that kind of led into what we do now, which is a lot of events and the bike parks expansion.
We're up on the Ridge Trail in Cardrona right now, watching the sunrise. It's beautiful, it's brisk, and we're just getting some early morning riding in. Just above the cloud layer there over Lake Wanaka, you can see just the top of Mount Cook, which is pretty cool.
In Cardrona, there's accommodation, there's restaurant, there's cafe. It's really a good setup up there. There's mountain bike trails, but there's also mountain karting, which is like taking a big wheel down the mountain. And there's this astrology tour, which is stargazing at night, which is really cool place to do it because there's no light pollution out there. And it's a really great place to see the entire night sky in the southern hemisphere.
We are gonna go intergalactic. Now we're going stargazing up here at Cardrona, and we're gonna go and look through a telescope. I've never done that before.
So much information you'd never know, and you get to look through a really cool telescope and see all kinds of things you wouldn't normally see with the naked eye. Yeah, the Peak to Pub Trail is awesome. It's quite an adventure. It goes from kind of bike parkies and then it turns into single track. Yeah, it's a cool way to experience the entire mountain from the top all the way down to the bottom, and then there's the Cardrona Hotel right there. So it's the second oldest hotel in New Zealand, and they serve you food and they have beer and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, it's a cool little hit for culture in that area.
We just got to the top of Glendu, and we are waiting for the sun to rise. It's been a beautiful morning to wake up to.
Yeah, so we woke up early to drive all the way to Glendu and make it to the top of the mountain. We got so lucky with weather. Hey, like the sunrise was so super clear, no clouds in the sky, and it's one of the most beautiful scenic places to ride a bike. Like the entire Lake Wanaka is right there, and it's kind of distracting when you're riding. You're just looking at the lake all the time. It's kind of cool though. It's really amazing trails. They did a really good job of developing that area.
Well, we've got a consent for 50 kilometres of trail. We've been fortunate enough to have Tom Hay and Elevate Building, his crew, help design and build, and also worked in with some local boys, Dirt Dynamics, and we've built a mixture of trails, through from green through to blue, and a couple of hand-built black trails. We're 100% off the grid here, running all on solar. So it's not often that you get a chance to turn a dream into a reality, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's only happened and it's only what it is today because of all the people that have come on board and got involved and helped in their own way.
So they have a really cool setup there. You can also rent bikes. There's e-bikes that you can rent if you're wanting to ride maybe with your parents or something, or whoever, like rent one for your kids so everyone can be on the same kind of pace if you want, and that's, I think, really cool because it's just bringing more people together. And then they have an amazing cafe, like the best food in there, and the food alone is worth the trip, I reckon. For me, it's really important to stay pretty plant-based when I travel, especially person-to-person contact you have all the time. It's really easy to get sick, so staying healthy, plant-based diet. There's so many options everywhere around here too. They're pretty onto it about that kind of stuff, so it's always refreshing to come here and be able to, you know, order food that suits your diet. Yeah.
So we just arrived into Makarora. We're gonna be going up in a plane and we're going for a scenic hike up high in the mountains, so pretty excited.
Today we went out on a scenic flight out to Siberia Valley to see hiking trails out there, and it's in Mount Aspiring National Park. It's so beautiful. There's native forest and lots of people do different adventures out there. They can either hike over the pass in and out, or they can fly in, fly out, or fly in, take a jet boat out. There's so many different ways you can experience that area. It's cool. It gets quite a bit more west coasty out there with the native bush and the big glaciers and mountains and stuff. Such a beautiful area. Wanaka is a destination for all the seasons. You have amazing bike parks really close by, also ski hills everywhere. If you come here in the winter time, jet boating, hikes, everything. Like, it's an adventure town for sure.